Event organized by the Nelson Mandela Foundation. Let us take you live to the venue at the University of Johannesburg's Soweto campus. Our reporter Lopang Alamu is there. Lopang, good afternoon to you. Thank you so much for coming through. Earlier we heard Oprah Winfrey, of course, paying tribute to Tata Nelson Mandela and on the other hand promoting gender equality.
Well, of course, Palesa. Well, a very good afternoon to you and to the viewers as well. A very eye-opening event it was here today. We saw Oprah receiving a really warm welcome. Very, very young women also here today, saying just how inspired they were by the media mogul, who we understand also has a school in South Africa. Oprah has always loved Tata Nelson Mandela, and she spoke so well of him, paying tribute to the man who she says inspired her, and who she says also that she spent so much time with him, also taking a bit off of his book to actually understand what type of a human being he is, what she could learn from him, and also today imparting those life lessons on a lot of the young girls and the women who are here today. Of course, we also know that Oprah mentioned the fact that she spent 10 nights and 10 days at Tata's home. A very beautiful story to tell, telling us just how she listened to everything that he had to teach her. And of course, that's not something that we were fortunate enough to do. So I've got here some students who will talk to us about what is it that they've learned here today. Nompumelelo Gumbi, thank you so much for your time. What have you learned here today?
It was such an amazing experience to come here today. For one, the highlights was seeing Miss Oprah Winfrey, who I've always wanted to see. I think she's a great female figure. She's a black female doing the most. But the most important thing I think that I took away from today is that really gender-based violence is a serious problem in this country. And let me tell you, instead of the government taking students like Kanya Tlegeshe and putting them in prison for 8 years for fighting for free education, they need to be taking these criminals, these monsters who kill women, who abuse them emotionally, physically. They need to be the ones in prison. They need to take Kanya out and put them in prison. That's what I believe.
Thank you so much. Now, Nombusa as well here to talk to us a little bit about what she learned here today. Just briefly tell us, how was the experience for you?
This was actually a very motivational experience and powerful, as seeing Oprah deliver a speech. And as for me personally, I've learned from this experience to put everything forward that I've been given and to continue learning whether failing, and also to regard failing, take failing as also a learning curve. Thank you.
That was Nombusa, just one of the two students that I've just spoken to now, who say they've been motivated, they're encouraged, and of course they are inspired. We also know that Mam Grasha Mashal paid tribute to her late husband, her daughter Josina Mashal, sharing her story again of how she was abused. Redi Tlabi also facilitating that dialogue. Well, an eye-opening event here it was for today. It's back to you in studio, Palesa.
All right, many thanks there to our reporter Lopang Alamu reporting live from Soweto at the University of Johannesburg.